So how about that Captain Marvel movie? So if you've been keeping up with Captain Marvel news, which I kind of have not because it's Captain Marvel. This new Marvel movie so far, based on the trailers and every information that's come out about it, has not been received very well by the audience. In fact, so not well that Rotten Tomatoes had a plundering score of people who were actually interested in seeing in the movie. The score actually became so low that Rotten Tomatoes took that option down to actually show the score. So now you can only click if you're interested, and it only shows you the number of people who are interested. Now, why does it matter so much that people don't want to see Captain Marvel? Why is it such a big deal? Well, supposedly the reason is because they were trolls who were spamming Rotten Tomatoes with bad scores, saying, oh yeah, I don't want to see this, and they were getting groups of people being like, oh, go visit the Captain Marvel page and say you don't want to see it. And it's also been stated that the page was swamped with negative comments, some of them being misogynistic, which was, the real problem with it. They're like, oh, well, look at how awful these comments are. The comments section was mean? That never happens in any comment section online. The comment section I've read have always been very nice and positive. I mean, really, I think it's very basic for you to just kind of accept that the internet is a mean, cruel place. You are going to get people who are going to say some nasty things online. And half of those people who say those nasty things don't even really mean it. They're just being what they think is funny. They think that being over the top and being overly nasty is hilarious. What's weird is this article also mentions other movies that got this treatment, such as The Last Jedi and the Ghostbusters reboot. And those were genuinely bad movies. I mean, you can't blame trolls for those movies being bad. Even critics who gave The Last Jedi positive scores are now coming out and saying, yeah, I actually didn't really like it, I just felt like I had to say I liked it. What's the big deal? Why go through the effort of saying whether or not you're interested in it at all on Rotten Tomatoes? Why go to the page? Well, the connection has been linked to Brie Larson's campaign for the Captain Marvel film, her kind of being open about, oh, this movie is gonna be feminism, activism, it's gonna be very progressive, we're gonna have a lot of my politics in it. And this has kind of been her way of promoting the movie, being, I am female, hear me roar. Now granted, it's not the first time that actors or actresses have been openly political. Chris Evans says a lot of crazy stuff, and he's been made fun of a million times. And I genuinely don't think that activism should be so prominent in movies. Politics in general should not be the forefront of a movie unless, that's the purpose of the movie. If you're making a documentary about, the history of this, or if you're making a true story. But when you're making a movie about a superhero, and, the good and evil concept, you don't really want to hear about politics, especially a biased view of politics. Because chances are you're watching the movie as a form of escapism. You don't want to think about that stuff. Politics is very tense nowadays, and a lot of people just kind of want to watch something that takes their mind off of it. So if everywhere they turn they see the same politics over and over again, they're just going to be stressed out all the time. They want a form of escape. They want to just lay back, relax, and enjoy a movie about a girl beating up a bad guy. There's nothing inherently political about a girl being a hero. I mean, I've mentioned it before, but there are plenty of older stories and fairy tales where females are the heroes of the story. I know that people like to act like this is a very new, fresh thing that let's climb on board and let's support this new, fresh thing, so they'll keep doing this, but they've been doing it for centuries. Of course they're gonna keep on doing it. It is successful. I mean, up till this point. What people are also noting too as being the cause is her statements about her audience, people who wanted to see the movie. Here's the statement she made: "I started paying attention to what my press days looked like and the critics reviewing movies, and I noticed it appeared to be overwhelmingly white male." So she goes on to say that she wanted to make sure that her press or her critics were more inclusive, because she didn't like the idea that there were only white men reviewing her movie. And it was after these comments that the box office projections declined by 28%. So it does seem to have a very strong link to what was going on with Rotten Tomatoes. And last June, she did go on like a bit of a rant by saying, "I don't need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him." So it kind of sounds like she's making the same argument for Captain Marvel. You know, it's like, oh, I don't care what you think about the movie. It's not for you. It's for women. It's for white straight women like me. You know, it's a bad argument. I don't like it. She tried to clarify by saying, "I don't hate white dudes. These are just facts, not my feelings." So I guess she watches Ben Shapiro. I don't. When I see like these comments put next together with her saying this movie is her form of activism, and then you look at what happened on Rotten Tomatoes, I can't help but think, as far as promotion for the movie, she didn't do a very good job. You shouldn't attack your audience, no matter like who your audience is, even if your audience is white males, even if they're going to see your movie. The fact of the matter is, they're still going to see your movie. They're still supporting you. You shouldn't tell them your opinion doesn't matter. I'm not saying she hates white men, but she definitely seems to have a bias against them, at least when it comes to this new movie. Now, what's more about the Rotten Tomatoes thing? They seem to say that the problem was because of the nasty comments. And like I said before, you gotta kind of expect that in a comment section. All comment sections are kind of like that. It's the internet. People just kind of say whatever the heck they want. What I don't understand is, if the problem is the comment section, then why would you also go the extra mile to remove the percentage of people who want to see it? I mean, trolls or no trolls, they're still people, and they still represent people who want to or don't want to see the movie. Obviously, they don't want to see the movie. I think they've made that abundantly clear that they don't want to see the movie. But why do you have to keep it a secret that they don't want to see the movie? That's what I don't understand. If you wanted to leak their comments because they're hateful or misogynistic, it's like, okay, you have the right to like kind of clean up your comment section a little bit, but if you're going to also remove them from the equation, that seems very disingenuous to me, and it's giving people a false understanding of the amount of people who want to see the movie and don't want to see the movie. And I said it before that I wasn't really interested in the Captain Marvel movie. Captain Marvel has never really been a popular character. She was like popular for a small little scheme of time as Carol Danvers for Miss Marvel. When she was rebooted, she was hilariously unpopular. So I think it should be expected for like a big portion of comic book fans to not want to see the movie. I think it's kind of Marvel's job, like I said before, to make them want to see the movie, and they haven't been doing that great of a job at it, especially when you have Brie Larson making these comments and segregating her fan base. Seeing how they completely removed the ratings of people who want to see, it does remind me a lot of the Amy Schumer Netflix special, how Netflix had to change their platform to remove star ratings and instead just put up likes and dislikes. Amy Schumer also claimed, oh, it's because I'm a woman. It's not because I'm not funny, it's because I'm a woman. They just don't like women. Just to be clear, that Netflix special was not funny. So it really does seem like Captain Marvel is like Brie Larson's Netflix special, and Rotten Tomatoes decided, oh, don't worry about it, Brie, we'll just remove the want to see score. I guess it's still true to this day that blonde women get special treatment. I'm kidding, I know. Honestly, I don't give a crap about the comments section, especially for want to see scores. The only comments that I care about are the actual reviews for people who have already seen it. For those of you who are interested in seeing the Captain Marvel movie, I believe it comes out March 8th, so coming up soon. I don't think that I'm gonna see it. I know that people want me to see it, people want me to review it. And I already, reviewed the Captain Marvel trailer way back, and I kind of just said in that I wasn't really interested in it. I also really don't think that the special effects for the movie look that great. I didn't think the special effects for Black Panther were that great either. What's up with is Disney running dry of that money? Because it looks like the special effects are kind of stagnating. They should be getting better, right? And of course, you know, like a lot of other people, I also didn't think Brie Larson was that great of a choice. I don't know who I would have picked to play Captain Marvel, but a lot of other people felt the same when it was announced that she was going to be playing, because I remember a bunch of people making fun of that one picture of her where she's laying on the couch, and she kind of doesn't look good in this picture, so it's really weird. She's just laying on a couch reading Captain Marvel comic, and she kind of has her chin tucked in like that, you know. It's a very unflattering picture, but she posted it, and people were kind of making fun of her. Anyway, so those of you who didn't know the news on Captain Marvel, as if you don't know, that's an idea of what happened there and why Rotten Tomatoes changed their platform. It does kind of seem like an overreaction to trolls. Like I said, I understand sifting through the comments. I know some of my moderators will sift through the comments, and Johnny used to do it a lot more often than he does. He'll sift through the comments, and if something's really nasty or gross, he'll delete it for me, and I won't ever see it that way. But even without him doing that, I don't really care that much. It's a comment section. Like I said, sometimes I just don't even read the comment section. The comment section is just a cluster of people. You're gonna get some nice, positive people in there, you're gonna get some critics in there, and then you're just gonna get some people who are just you know, people who just crawl out of whatever deep hole they were buried in and just start letting loose. But at the end of the day, they're just comments. They're just words. It just doesn't matter. But maybe that's just me. Maybe some people just can't take those words. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just spent this time talking shit about the comment section, and now I'm yeah, well, go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments. Please don't say anything mean. Remember to like or dislike the video. Look at me. I care about your opinions. Either like or dislike. It's your opinion that matters, not mine. Please like the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Program restart. Shutting down all systems.